We're live. We are now live. Welcome to Couch on Fire. And I didn't cold open on Rob this time. Oh, god damn it, your audio's not going through. Once. I know. Jesus. It's fucking every goddamn time. It's something.
We should be professionals by now.
There we go. Gotta get the levels.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Couch on Fire.
Podcast.
There. We should be good to go. Oh, so that was a bum rush. We were supposed to start at 7:30.
Yeah, well, life, football.
Holy crap. So you delayed because of the football game. We won, I guess. So
Yes.
we're going to the playoffs, and Pittsburgh is not.
Well, there is still technically a possibility for Pittsburgh.
Okay.
As we're recording this on Sunday night, there is one more game that's supposed to play tonight, and if it ends in a tie, Pittsburgh can make it to the playoffs. So
That's extremely specific.
Yep, it has to just end in a tie.
Neither team can lose. Who else is playing? Is it Cincinnati?
No, it's the Colts and Tennessee. I'll explain to you later.
That sounds like a really weird matchup. A fucking wild card situation. So, yeah, talk to me about that. But, holy crap. I left Unity running too long. On my computer. I haven't been on my computer since the last time we recorded. Actually, no, one time since then. This is very weird for me.
Let's go back. Let's backtrack. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hey, I know it's been a while. There was a holiday in between that we both celebrate called Christmas. So here we go. Alex, what have you been doing? Are you off work? I didn't even know you were off work.
Yeah, I was off all last week. I go back tomorrow, then I'm off again, and then I start again Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So,
So you were off work. So your last day was the Friday before Christmas?
Yes.
Oh.
And I haven't done shit. I haven't sat in this computer chair. I've been out running around, hanging out with the family.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Aquaman last night. Best DC film so far, but still not necessarily good. It was fun. It was a blast. I would recommend seeing it. But there are a couple things that are like, are you fucking for real? Are you guys even trying? Come on.
It's one of those. It's hard to watch another comic book. Like it's just hard to watch it's just hard to watch something that's not Marvel because Marvel's been doing it so well. So that's what we will always compare these films to Marvel films. So that's the bottom
10
line.
out of 10 agree.
Until the Marvel train finally, because eventually it will come down. Eventually there will be one movie, maybe even two in a row that just kind of like.
Well, they had a rough start there with like Thor 2. A lot of the middle movies, people just skipped and said, MacGuffin crap. And then slowly but surely, like, as this series matured, like, the MacGuffin came into play.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Well,
but it was a good movie. It was fun. There were just a couple things like weird wardrobe changes, and how did Nicole Kidman know that information?
Because she's Nicole Kidman.
No, like her character in plot knew a bunch of stuff that she could not and should not have known.
Yeah.
And made like this wild assumption. I guess it was just like, wow, okay, thanks. I'm not paying attention to the fact that we haven't seen her in 20 years. No, gloss over that.
Well, I'm definitely going to see it. I don't know if I'll see it in movie theaters. We've talked about it before about me going to the movie.
Yeah.
But I will see. I'm sure I will see it.
It's been a good time. I completed my first Pokedex.
Did
The,
you?
I've 100%ed my first Pokedex. Usually I'll stop after the equivalent to the Elite Four or whatever. Like I'm trying to play Omega Ruby, but I just don't have the patience to go find every single motherfucker on the 3DS. But like going back to the region that is the first generation Kanto, what we played with Red, Blue, and Yellow, I found everybody. I got everybody, and I needed to.
I read this thing on Reddit. This guy, he was like, he completed all his Pokedex, and someone was like, "How did you do it?" You know, because he's like in his 30s, he's our age. He was just like, "I literally sit the DX next to my toilet, and every time I go in there, I search, and then I leave, and then I go back and do what I need to do through the day, and then at nighttime when I go in through my evening, I sit down and I search." So he said he did this for a good 6 to 7 months.
That's what it takes. Doing it that way.
Mean,
that sounds about
honestly,
right.
Yeah, because once you get older and you have family and you have life, you know, that game, you know, that board game. Yeah, once that gets involved, I mean, that's the only time you guys together. You got to do it. So fun times.
I like how Life is the only board game we're aware of that references death as the happy ending of the game.
Yeah. I honestly, when people ask me, if people ask me, I don't really compare my life to life. I compare my life to a board game called Sorry. I'm always standing there, and then someone's just like, "Sorry, slide and hit me down." Like I fall, and then I gotta work my way back up.
You okay?
Yeah, and then the slide and hit me again, and that's life.
Are you okay though? Like Jesus.
Yeah.
That's intense.
I'll tell you about my Christmas adventures soon, but I want you to continue with your happy adventures because I didn't have a great Christmas, unfortunately.
I am super sorry to hear that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
This is the best Christmas I've ever had.
This is Alex pouring. Let me sprinkle in a little bit of salt right there.
Like
No,
Marco wasn't here. He was visiting his dad. That's the only thing that could have made it better. Like,
yeah,
I get along with my parents now, and we're mature adults about shit. And we can have like mature adult conversations, like I've wanted my whole life. It's so weird.
I'm sure you. I mean, I know you love being around Marco, but I'm sure the time with just, you know, the wife it's just nice to have.
It's been awesome.
You know,
we went up to York, PA for a night so we could go look at some houses the next day that were on Zillow.
That's true. Dude, why PA?
Taxes. Honest to God. Get away from the city and city problems that are spilling out into White Marsh. Coming out of Wet Thor last night, Aquaman, there was a chopper overhead, and they were looking at. Yeah, no, seriously, it is, and it was to its benefit. But he's not so much of a Hamlet. He's like a smarmy. I know history, but I'm kind of dumb. Like I can't put two and two together, but I have an intense knowledge of things. He's smug and like a smartass. It's a very like well-rounded human. They actually managed to write a character that is human in the DC universe, and I was like, whoa, that's a pleasant change of pace.
Do you oh, never mind.
There were choppers, there were police, like we saw 10 cop cars and a chopper just coming out of the avenue.
Well, you know, it all goes back to, I tell my friends and my family, they're like, why did you leave Maryland? I miss Maryland. I miss my friends, and I miss my, you know, the food, and I miss the sports teams. I miss the atmosphere. But money, you can go with the same amount of money, you can go so many other places in this world, and it just be better. And two, the the crime in Baltimore is just outrageous. And we lived in the county, and it still just lingers out. It's just like filters out everywhere. And
Yeah,
it's
because we were close enough to where people thought it was cool
yeah,
and wanted to emulate that behavior to prove themselves as cool as the people in the city.
yeah. But
Uh,
I
a
well,
very
I understand.
weird dynamic.
Funny story. Like before, Chris and I were thinking about moving to North Carolina because now we're in South. I looked at PA because PA it is cheaper, and it's very like I like that there's still so much land that can be built on because it seems like Maryland's just being they don't have any more land, so they're just building on top of each other, and it just seems like which is crazy because you go to Western Maryland, there's a whole bunch of land, and there's but it's just where we lived at Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Anne Arundel County, Harford County. It just seems like
All
it's
you have to do
growing
is go
too.
north.
Yeah,
No, don't get me wrong. The prices up there are fucking unreasonable.
yeah,
But there is plenty of land north
Yeah.
in Maryland, which is weird. It's like the closer you get to the PA line, the bigger the property sizes get.
yeah.
I used to party with a guy who owned like 10 acres right short of the line.
What was this?
Uh,
Was-
No.
Do I know this? No. Okay.
maybe? I
I
think
don't know.
so.
I've been to a lot of parties in my life, and a lot of them it's not that I don't. I remember what I did at them. I wasn't drunk or that bad, but I just don't remember who threw them. I just remember the people I went with. Like to this day, I don't know who the hell I went to a party in Street, Maryland, with you and a couple other people, and I don't know
That place.
anybody. I don't even know
That
who.
place.
That was the place. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know I was there. But I don't even know who threw that party. I don't know the people. I just knew John Wiz, at the time girlfriend, now his wife,
Yeah.
Kristen, knew someone that lived there, and that's just how that's your in. You got to know one person. That's how you get it.
Which is
So.
a very weird dynamic. I'm so glad I don't fucking have to deal with that shit anymore.
What?
How many times can you play beer pong? Like, seriously. When does it become boring?
I think I just recently saw on TV they televised the national championship of cornhole, which to me is just the country this even though it's not it's everywhere, but it's more to me cornhole makes me think of a southern version of beer pong.
Yeah,
So
because it's
kinda-
outside.
I don't know. Yeah,
But that's what it is.
Yeah, so I mean, because up north, look what we have horseshoe, and then we have like some other weird shit. Down here is like disc golf.
Okay.
Disc golf's busy. I mean, it's nice in Maryland and Delaware, but I'd never heard of it until I came out here. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, Christmas. You went to
Yeah.
PA, and that's awesome. So you're gonna move there, hopefully. are you thinking
well,
about?
we're still open because the houses we saw, like, there were some huge negatives about them. Like, one was next to
Yeah.
an industrial park. Like, it was 2 lots over from it, and I was like, oh no.
So you're saying you don't want Marco to grow up next to 3 Mile Island and become the superhero?
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's fine,
radiation
yeah.
poisoning is bad.
Yeah.
Radiation poisoning is real bad. Fairly
man.
played.
Well, that's cool. Okay, so you just keep your option open. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
like what my realtor has been telling me is people right now, no one really wants to sell their home. It's around Christmas and stuff. But when you after the tax season, so like by the end of January and the beginning of February,
People
around
are trying
that
to take
time.
advantage of the buyer's market.
Yes, and then people start looking at their financing, and they're like, "Okay, well, we have this. Let's sell our home. We can handle this now. The holidays are
Yeah.
over. People already came and gone. Let's handle this." So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, keep your eyes open. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. We're still checking out around Frederick, parts of Delaware and Salisbury. Like, we're looking at about that radius.
Yeah.
Like, between an hour and 2, maybe 3 out. But that's it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'll probably be in the South for probably almost the rest of my life. I mean, I love the North, like I said before. It's just, you know, right now we're here for my daughter, and then after that, I mean, I'm
After that, it's
obsessed with it.
prices. You know.
Yeah, it's just, it is all about, what you can afford. You don't want to live to pay mortgage. You want to live your life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's just something you always gotta. They don't teach you that in school. No offense, Jabba
All right. So what
uh,
happened during your Christmas break? I'm sorry to hear that it was bad. Let's
well,
let's talk.
well, well, we celebrated Christmas earlier, like, cause my in-laws came down and my brother-in-law and stuff. They came down the week before Christmas, so we celebrated Christmas, and that was great. That was fun. My daughter opened up gifts. She's never did that before, so that was actually a really great time.
That's cool.
Um, Once they left, my daughter still had school. Her last day of school, though, it was just see, these things might not seem like big problems, but as a parent, if you are a parent and you're listening to this, you might understand what I'm saying. My daughter, she is autistic, so she likes routine. Her teacher that she's had all year, has been amazing, and like my daughter's just mama now. I mean, my daughter's making so much improvements, but the teacher put her 2 weeks notice in, so now my daughter's got to meet someone totally new, and now she's going to be uncomfortable with this person. So it's like taking a step back. Well, that's how we look at it. Now I understand that's the nature of the beast. Teachers come and go, and she had a personal reason. She cried, and she was talking about how she's sorry, and she just had to take care of some things. But so that was the first thing that kind of upset us. And then my daughter got sick, and once sorry, my video thing, I can tell
All
is
right,
in
you're
red.
good.
Here we go.
You're
Yeah.
you're coming back.
So once she got sick, so naturally she got sick. That means my wife, who stays home with her, got sick, and I was working and things like that. So they both got sick. So for day before Christmas, so Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, which Sunday was no holiday. Monday was Christmas Eve, and then Tuesday was Christmas. So those 3 days, both my family members in the house are sick. So I'm just
Oh.
in take up mode. So I'm just trying to help them out, and we already cleaned up for Christmas, not really opening too much gifts on the day of Christmas, and so they were just sick. The problem is they're still sick, by the way. the
Jesus.
This cough is just going around. See, the problem is, so when you get sick, you blow your nose or you spit the phlegm that comes out. That's
Yeah.
like my daughter. How do you teach a 3.5-year-old how to spit and blow your nose? And how do you teach, especially since she has a communication issue? Like, how do you teach that? So she still has this mean cough, and I've been drugging her up every night. She just won't sleep. Every night we're up in the middle of the night because she's just coughing, and you feel so horrible and helpless as a parent, because it's like, I want to be able to let her know that she's going to be okay, and that I mean, I don't know. We got a humidifier. I went out in the middle of the night. I think last night I went out around midnight, and I bought like spray that you can put in your mouth.
Yeah.
We put NyQuil that you can give to a 3-year-old. It's like children NyQuil. We
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
it in pop. You put it in popsicles so she can suck the popsicle. I mean, we are literally trying everything, and I'm just like, oh my god. So that's what's been going on with my family. I know I've talked about this before on the podcast, and I try not to bring it up too much, but I have had some health issues before in the past, and recently something's going on with me right now that I actually will have to go to the emergency room tomorrow. So,
Holy shit. Are you
so if
okay, dude?
so if I seem a little down on this episode, it's yeah. I have a well, I know I went to urgent care the day after Christmas, and I had so much back pain. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I never had back pain. And then the guy's like, oh, well, what you're explaining to us is your kidney. Something's wrong with your kidney. And I'm like, okay. He was like, okay, does it hurt when you pee? And I'm like, no. So they're like, okay, we'll pee in this cup. And like, so I'm thinking, okay, kidney stuff, probably. Pee in the cup, everything's fine. He comes back. He didn't seem concerned. He was like, oh, you got a kidney infection. I'm like, well, how the hell I got that? He was like, you probably had a UTI. You just know about it, because I'm diabetic, so I pee a lot. That's how you get UTIs. But I guess I didn't feel it. I don't know. I'm like, wouldn't I know?
Asymptomatic UTIs are actually pretty common.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not a bad thing. So I was like, okay, fine. So he says I have a kidney infection. He gave me antibiotics. That was on Wednesday. So naturally, I went out and bought like 5 gallons of cranberry juice, diet cranberry juice, because there's sugar in it, and I've been drinking it nonstop. And now, with that said, that was Wednesday, and it's now Sunday, and I've missed work. I've had to call out. I always go to work. I'd rather go to work and them send me home than you know call out.
Yeah.
It just seems more legit. They can see the pain in my eyes. So they've sent me home, and like I'm just in so much pain. So I'm allergic to aspirin, so I can't really take aspirin. I can take Tylenol. People that know that, but Tylenol is like shit compared to leave. And then, so yeah, so I'm in a lot of pain. It didn't go away, so I think hopefully it just didn't spread. So we'll find out what's going on with
How long's your round of antibiotics?
that. 10 days.
Okay. It
Now
is
now
far too early to.
I understand, but the problem is though so my work needs to know what the hell's going on, and every time, so I keep
Okay.
showing up for work, but then I keep having pain. So for me to get better clear, I mean, because when they when I went to the urgent care and they told me that, they basically said, "And if it doesn't clear up by the weekend, you should call us or at least come back and see what's going on. Maybe I need a stronger antibiotic." But it's actually getting worse.
Ooh.
So now I'm having pain when I pee. So it's just it's all personal
That's
information.
that's it. Migrating. It's freaking out. Um,
Yeah.
you're clearing some stuff. I'd still give them a call, obviously, like their docs.
Well, yeah.
Holy
I mean, I'm
crap.
not. Yeah. So, but I would, it didn't really ruin my Christmas because, like I said, celebrate. And honestly, one of the things I wanted to ask you, I actually wrote down a question I wanted to ask you because I've always wanted to know. I always love asking this question, like what does Christmas mean now in your 30s? And I think with me being 32 and me, with like just me being older and as a parent, as long as my child was happy and stuff, I don't really care about gifts. And me going through that, my wife and daughter were sick and stuff, it just felt like another day. It didn't really bother me. And is that bad that Christmas just felt like another day?
You celebrated it early, so you
Yeah.
still got the celebration itself. Um, it just and at that point, like you're trading out day for day.
Yeah.
Um, it's when you're a parent and it's just another day, even though you're celebrating.
Mhm.
Then I'd start to have like profound self inquiry.
Well, I feel horrible because like as a kid, like the whole like the month of December meant so much to me, and it wasn't just the whole gift thing because my grandparents raised me in Joppatown, Maryland, Joplin, Maryland, and they gave me what I needed and maybe a little bit more, but they didn't really give me what I wanted, which is okay. But it made me humble. It made me understand things. But with that said, I just love the atmosphere. I love the music. I love the food. I love going to Christmas parties at my friend's house and things like that growing up. And as I've moved away and as I've had my own family and started my own traditions, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. And it does feel a little bit, at least in my eyes, it feels a little just like bad. And I think it all goes back to I've moved twice in the last year. I moved from North Carolina, and then yeah, so it just feels bad. So I wanted to know, how do you feel now? I mean, you have a newfound, this is your second year with them, with the family.
Third,
Third. Okay.
third.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, third year. So yeah, so like, is it getting, is it better? Is it getting awesome? Are you
Uh,
enjoying it?
so I've got a weird history with my family. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So Christmas for me for a long time was a strong point of stress. Uh, and I can actually like relax and enjoy it for what it is now.
Hmm.
And get to experience like uh, quality family time without like any baggage attached to that,
Yeah.
and just like enjoy each other's company, because nothing is wrong. For the first time in basically as long as I've been alive, there was always like something wrong, something going on, somebody sick or fucking grandma fell or they
Yeah.
can't come down for whatever reason. Like there's always a thing attached to it, and this was the first year
There was nothing.
there wasn't. Like last year we had this like it was crazy around the holidays because Jeff and Nori were moving out of the country, so we had to see them a whole bunch and like wish them well on the next leg of their journey, basically. Um, so they moved and like it was fantastic, but it was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But like from Halloween on, there was just a lot of stuff. And this year, even if we'd have had Marco, it would have just been hanging out with the families.
Yeah.
And like bringing everybody together and having dinner, multiple days in a row, and us not getting angry at each other from overexposure.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say we've had two, maybe 3 nights break at the Cap this whole week experience, from like it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I think Sunday, and then there was 2 or 3 night gap, and then back to back nights with the family and stuff, and it was just it's a lot to take in as it being baggage free and just a genuinely positive experience for once.
That's a wonderful feeling.
It is though. Like,
well, no, I agree. I mean, everybody has some kind of, they always have that family member or that baggage that it will linger there. So having a day where there's nothing and there's no problems, everybody's around each other, everyone's laughing, enjoying, playing games.
It's been a week and a half. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like,
hopefully it's not the calm before the storm.
Oh my God! Don't wish that on me.
No, I'm not gonna. No.
No, like,
no, I mean that's good.
The problems have been solved, and like we all get to just enjoy each other's company for a change. And like all of us were laughing and fucking around last night, having a good time.
Well, maybe the gods up there are probably like, you know what, Alex, 2018, it was a hit or miss. We're gonna end it in a good note for you.
Yeah.
Maybe and maybe you're like, you're. Thank you.
It's been a really good year. A lot of people are going to disagree profoundly with that, but I've had a great year.
That's good. No, I've talked to you more than I've talked to you. I've been talking to you for years now, more than I have when we were younger, but this year I've communicated with you more than any other year. Obviously, podcast, but our friendship is still strong. So we, I can tell. You're happier. I remember, 3 years ago when you started talking, telling me you were talking to this girl that you went to, you were.
I was
in the Air
very
Force
unhappy at the time.
You weren't. It's crazy, and it's crazy because I was really happy in my life, and then you weren't really so much, and then it kind of switched in a way. Like I'm happy, but unfortunately, some things have been going on. With my daughter being diagnosed.
You're going through the things, yeah.
Yeah, but now it's the baton was handed, and now bam. So it's just crazy how life is, and then how at the holiday is like a perfect time to just kind of whatever happened during the year,
reflect
from Christmas. Yeah, just from Christmas on to the new year. It's just kind of like that whole week is just, you're feeling that you're one of the few that are really enjoying it. I'm sure there's people out there, some listeners are probably having little hiccups here or there, but That's awesome. I mean, I'm so happy for you. You deserve it. I wish you would, still make vlogging content on YouTube, but that's my own wish. Alex used to have he probably still has that YouTube channel.
Oh
but,
God. Oh God. I'm
he
deleting that immediately.
He used to, I challenge you all listeners, Google Alex Haskins
God
on
damn
YouTube.
it.
Oh no, yeah, YouTube Alex Haskins. Look at his old stuff. It's great. It's really good. He actually did a promo for me when I had my own business. So he did it. It was pretty cool. You should check it out. And I wish I missed that. You have so much creativity. I mean, you have so much going on right now. I totally understand, because sometimes we miss time. Yeah, that would be just too much. I mean, yeah, but
like I can't even take time out to sit down and like write a journal. I've tried a few times, and the solution I ended up with is like a micro journal that'll ask me 3 times a day how I'm doing and what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cross-reference that with my fitness data and see what information I can suss out of that.
Well,
it's a fitness tracker, so might as well use it.
There you go. Every 5 minutes you can be sitting in a chair. Get up. What?
I don't want to. That alarm is set every 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
You've been sitting down too long. Go do something.
Go catch Pokemon. Go.
I got a shiny Chansey today.
Oh my.
I was looking for a shiny Drowsy, but I got a shiny Chansey instead.
I figured, before the Pokemon episode that we had, every episode I would always try to mention Trump. But now, ever since Pokemon, I'm pretty sure every episode we mention Pokemon. So, which is much better to talk about.
I will be right back.
Uh-oh. What happened? He's leaving me hanging?
I'll be right back.
I can't see what's going on, so the viewers out there can see. But I guess I'll take this time and say thank you for everyone that's been listening to us. I'm pretty sure this episode's going to be up after New Year's, so I'll say Happy New Year now. And yeah, I mean, thank you for everyone that's been contributing, listening, sharing, liking. I do appreciate it, and it's going to be a good 2019. All right, go on, Alex.
It's going to be a good 2019, Rob. No,
no,
really. It's got to be.
It will be. No, I know it will be, and I was just telling the listeners out there, we both appreciate everything that the support that we got. We started this hobby just for shits and giggles, and now it's still a great hobby, and we're still enjoying it.
But people actually give a shit, unlike with my YouTube channel, because it was trash content.
Go support Alex on his YouTube channel.
Oh my God! Please don't.
Maybe, guys. Maybe
if you want to support one of my independent creative endeavors, go buy my album on.
Alex, people don't know this. Alex Haskins has a book on Amazon and an album somewhere else. He's trying to figure out where it's at.
Yeah. I can't remember. Oh shit.
Well, maybe he'll put it in the description when he finds out.
CD Baby. So you can find me on iTunes and the rest, because it's one of those mega distribution things, like Anchor.fm. So you can actually get my album on iTunes, weirdly. Pinstripe the DJ, the album is called Transitional Adulthood. I wrote it when I was like 20.
Yeah.
Published that a few years ago now. I'm still kind of putzing around with the idea of releasing the rest of my shit.
Yeah.
Like, should I? I don't know. Like, I probably will here soon. Like, on a lark.
I think you should. Why not? I think in the world that we live in today, with all the technology at our fingertips, that everyone should be doing stuff like this. Everyone should be doing a podcast. Everyone should be making music. Everyone should be making content, videos, short films, anything.
Well, they should be pursuing a hobby.
Yeah,
and that seems like a good time marker to switch sides of the tape.